We have 3 first-timers. That's really awesome. I'm happy to have you guys. Go ahead and talk to Ingrith Icefell and say, take me to the entrance of Aglaras's lair. Top choice. Should be the top choice. And I want you to notice that this takes us to where Sarva Bellistre is located. She was the one that you had to kill to flag. But if you teleport here, notice that she's not here. Her chest is here. You cannot open it, but she's not here. So the important thing about that is that if you're ever trying to flag for this raid, don't do it when you're with a group who has already ported here. You're going to need to do it separately, because if you do it in a group that ported here, by the time you make your way down here, she won't be there. She's not there if anybody ported to her. All right, we're going to do Elite, because this is a very old raid, and this came out in 2014, back when the level cap was 28, and it just doesn't hold up to today's standards, you know, where the power curve is today in DDO. And I promise you that it won't be hard. I wouldn't take you in a teaching raid into an Elite environment if I thought it was going to be, you know, too tough. And the reason why we're doing it on Elite is so that everybody can get max favor for this from the event. Hey, Ravon, thanks for coming. We're just stepping in. Well, that's great, Amadir. I hope that you'll join us for more events in the future, because this is a really good opportunity for you. For you to learn. We're going to be teaching every raid in the game, and this is basically the beginning of the season. You've only missed about 4 events, and we still basically have all the new raids to do. Okay, first thing is that this raid has a lockout, but it's not until basically right before the end fight, and so people can come in late up until you get to the shrine room and move. Once you get to the shrine room, which is immediately before the end fight, and then somebody moves, it locks the raid. And what happens is this portal in front of us will disappear. So people can actually enter the raid after that point, but they wouldn't be able to get to the rest of the party because this portal wouldn't be there. So an important takeaway there is never D-door once you've gotten to that shrine room, because if you do, you will not be able to get back to the rest of the party. But a little interesting tidbit, if you didn't know, if you ever D-door and something like that happened, as long as you don't move, you could do /stuck and it'll take you back. Okay, so this is the first zone. This is a pretty intricate raid. A lot of zones, a lot of zoning, and here there's a big mirror puzzle, and you need to direct the laser to a relay crystal. You can't mess this up. So new players, let's let the new players do it. If anybody's feeling adventurous, go ahead and try to do the mirror puzzle. There's no hurry. You can't mess anything up. You can't make it incompletable. You can't ruin anything. And also, the laser does a lot of damage. And if you've never done these kinds of mirror puzzles before, I encourage you to step into the laser to experience the amount of damage that it does. It may kill you, and I'm not trying to troll you. I just want you to see how much damage it does on Elite so that you can know in the future and that you don't accidentally die in a pug and get all embarrassed. These teaching raids are a great time to experiment and try things that maybe you wouldn't try in a pug, just so you can see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and stand in the laser to demonstrate on the stream. I took 3 ticks of damage and died. Now I can pike my own teaching raid. When you die, don't kill the keeper, guys. Notice if you come to the center, I want everybody new to come to the center. Let's see, where'd my keeper go? Shoot. Oh, I ported. Damn it. Anyways, so when you die in this raid, in most of the parts of the raid, not all of it though, but in a lot of the parts, like these parts, when you die, there'll be a red named wraith that appears. And it's called like Keeper of Ginger Spice, or whoever died. It'll be like Keeper of Erowin. And in order for you to be raised, that Keeper has to be killed. Don't expect anybody to kill the Keeper for you, because there's a workaround that is expected of everybody. And that workaround is just run away from your soul stone twice. You know how like when you run away from your soul stone, you bounce back to it? If you run away from your soulstone and bounce back to it twice, then you can be raised. So if you die in here, just run away from your soulstone twice, and then people will raise you. Okay, the laser has been directed to the relay, and the portal to the next zone is up. Also note that the Shadow Dracolich was up top. She'll be up top in this next zone too. This next zone is just the Shadowfell side of the zone we were just in. And there's another mirror puzzle. There's 6 of these big mirror puzzles. It's a little overdone in this raid, but it is what it is. If you look up, you'll see Aglarasa, the boss, is up top breathing down at us. If her breath is giving you a problem, like if she aggroes on you and that's a problematic for you, you can just stand at the top of the steps. She can't hit you from there, like where me and Soulmine and Bolo Grub and Erwin and Belina are. She can't hit you when you're here. In the meantime, I encourage all the new players to try working on the mirror puzzle. There's going to be some trash, so basically, you know, it's nice to help out with trash, but you'll find in this raid that a lot of people who aren't doing the mirror puzzles are just going to stand at the top of the steps. For people who know how to do these mirror puzzles, they can have them done in like, you know, less than a minute. And this part, you know, these parts of the mirror puzzles can go really fast in a group that is good with these puzzles. And it's the same every time. The solution is on the wiki. It's not that hard to figure out either. It's the same puzzle every single time. Oh, sorry.
Hey, Jim, do you want to grab Baz?
Yeah, so just FYI, Sparrow White is the same, is Ravon. It's just a second account, same player. And two Ravons only equals about, you know, maybe 3/4 of an average player. Maybe even 2/3. So if you want to bring a third account in here, so that your contribution can equal 1 average player. I'm just kidding. My guildie, Ravon, is actually a really good player. He's been my guildie for a long time. Like I said, you cannot mess up these mirror puzzles. This one has 2 different lasers that need to go to 2 different relay crystals. Notice the relay crystals here are on either side of the steps. The portal to the next zone, when we're on the Shadowfell side, will always be at the top of the steps. And then the portal, you know, on the light side will be on the left or right side. Quantity over quality. S Green, did I say good morning and welcome to you? I can't remember. Good morning and welcome, S Green. If I already said it, second one's free. As I said, our teaching raids are a great time to experiment. You know, we want you to experience even like the things that go wrong, like oops, I accidentally stepped in the laser, or oops, I got in front of the raid boss and it's hitting me. You know, we want you to experience this stuff in our teaching raids so that you don't have to learn it, you know, in a pug. Okay, portal's up. I have your soulstone, Anadir. I'm just going to take you through the portal. Okay, this is the first of a couple of puzzle selection chambers, okay? And so what's going on here is there's 3 different tasks that can be done to advance the raid. One of them at random will always be locked out. So you can see the one in front of us, there's a gate in front of it. It's always random. There'll be 2 that are available at random. So the one to the south is the jump room. And we're not going to do that one but I want you to see what's there. So go ahead and go to the portal in the south. The reason why we're not going to do this one is because it requires Mario skills. High Lords, you can just chill if you want. All the new players, I want you to go through the south portal. And go ahead and just, you know, we can take a couple of minutes to try it. All you got to do is climb to the top and kill a phylactery. That's the only objective here. There are no aggressive mobs. But it's pretty tricky Mario jumping, but just go ahead and try it. The advantage of this one is there's nothing to fight. Nothing can hurt you in here. The disadvantage is, well, it's Mario jumping, and some people really, really hate that. Unknown command / chill. So just go ahead and try to climb up to the top. As I said, nothing can go wrong here. Nothing's going to kill you or hurt you in here. You're just going to get frustrated to death. You'll probably never join a pug of this that does this. They'll probably do a different one. These jumps are tricky right here. Ugh, see that? Why didn't I grab the ledge? Why? 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 Malcolm McDowell wants to know. He's an important person, so don't keep him waiting. See this? You go to jump there, and then you're gonna bounce your head off that one. These jumps are tricky. They did not make this easy. Oh, I think I can wing over from here. Yep. Okay, and then there's the phylactery over there. And once you break the phylactery, then a portal will appear to advance. Okay, guys, we can go right back through the portal at the bottom now. I just wanted you to have a couple minutes in here to see what it's like. This is a phylactery at top that you break, and it would cause a portal to appear up there that you could advance there. You can do any of the tasks that you want to advance. They do not all need to be done. The next one that's blocked out is the portal maze. The portal maze is hella confusing. I do have a video that specifically explains how the portal maze works. We will not be able to explain it, or we will not be able to show you because it's locked out here, but it's basically a series of left and right choices, about, I don't know, 7 or 8 left and right choices to get through a maze of portals. And like I said, you can watch a short video on my YouTube channel. I'm going to give a link right now into Twitch chat if you want to bookmark it and watch it later. I'm going to get that link in just a moment here. Actually, I'll get the link in a second. So let's go ahead and go through the north portal. This is our, in my guild, this is the preferred way to go. If north is an option, we like to do this one. This is the trap room, and there's going to be a bunch of spell wards. Don't disable traps yet, guys. Don't disable traps yet. New players, I want you to run through these spell wards, because when you join a pug, there's not always going to be a trapper, and I want you to see how hard these traps are hitting so that you can know if you can survive these on elite or not. So I'm not trying to troll you and get you killed. I just want you to see, oh, hey, I can just run through these because these are 12-year-old traps or whatever, 11-year-old traps. So just go ahead and run through the traps and go to the end of the hall and around the corner and up the stairs. Okay, trappers, you can go ahead and disarm them, and I'll show you how to get through this in a sec. I'm going to get that link for you right now. All right, here is how to do the portal maze in Temple of the Deathwyrm. Boom. That's the task that was blocked off, so we can't show it. All right, here there's going to be some more spell wards. Spell wards can be dispelled, by the way, with Dispel Magic, Greater Dispel Magic, and Warden Kanan's Disjunction. They can also be disabled like regular traps. One of the mistakes that newer players will make is thinking they have to be really close to it like a normal trap box, but you can actually disable spell wards from really far away. So I'm going to pull this lever back here, and that's going to open up the gate at the end of the hall up top here, but it only opens it for like 3 seconds. So basically you need to run through there. If you're really quick and you have wings, you can actually pull the lever and get through on your own. I'm just going to keep pulling the lever. And once you get through the gate, there's a phylactery, a big phylactery crystal there that you just want to beat down. On the other side of the gate is a lever. So if somebody wants to grab that lever and keep pulling it to let people through, that'd be cool. I'm just going to demonstrate that I can get there. I pulled the lever and I got through myself because I was quick and I had wings. The phylactery's already been destroyed. This lever just opens that gate up top. Okay, I think everybody's through. So let's go ahead and go through the portal and continue on. It doesn't matter which of the 3 tasks that you do, the portal maze, the jump room, or the trap room, they will all take you to right here. And only one of them needs to be done. Okay, I want all the new players to run. Notice that there's another mirror puzzle here. I want you to all to run out to the outer edge. Where I am right now, I'm jumping up and down. All the new players come on out here. Okay, notice that we are above the zone where we first came in. Right down there is where we first came in. And I want to show you that at any time, you can, like, let's say there was somebody lost. You know, somebody's dead back there, right? And their soul stone's on there. At any, you can just jump down and get them and run back through. So go ahead and jump down. And the reason why I want you to do this is because I want you to know how to navigate this raid. This is so easy to get lost in. People get lost in this raid all the time. But it's just, you know, we're just going to go right back through just the way we already did. And everything's already been done. So we just walk through now. Once we get to the Shadowfell side, then we go to the top of the steps in the center. Go through that portal. Here's the puzzle selection chamber again. We're going to go north. And we're back into the trap room. The dwarven runes that you see, by the way, if you have high intelligence or you're a dwarf, you can read those. I think the only place that is, you know, like you might want to read them is the portal maze, because there's a little riddle that'll tell you what the proper portal is, but I think most people don't even bother. Can you pull that lever, let us through, please? Perfect, thank you. Because you can find the portals through trial and error. And it's faster than trying to read them, because the riddles that tell you the right answer are kind of confusing. So it's just another mirror puzzle. This is the third of 6 mirror puzzles. Notice that Aglarasa, the boss, is up top breathing down on us again. The portal to the next zone is going to be in the south east, over where Belina, Soulmind, and Ravana are, and I am. But like I said, new players, feel free to play with the mirrors. You can't mess anything up. Sometimes the mirrors don't want to reflect the light. Like, the light will go into it and it'll look like it should, you know, reflect it, but it doesn't. If that happens, just spin the mirror around again, and then it should work. And that's kind of a bug with all of these mirror puzzles. These mirror puzzles appear throughout the game. Any questions about this raid so far? There's no time limit. We have all the time in the world. There's no sense of urgency. There are respawns of trash in this part. Sometimes it can be helpful if you're not doing anything to kill the trash so that the people doing the puzzles aren't getting overwhelmed by trash. You know, trash hits you, it will, you know, can interrupt you from hitting the moving the mirrors. I will be answering viewer questions in chat too, so if you're watching and learning, you can ask questions in chat. My attention is mainly focused on the people in the raid learning, but I'll be answering Twitch chat questions when I can. And if you're just tuning in, welcome. We're doing a Temple of the Deathwyrm teaching raid for new players. These teaching raid events are special events that we help others learn how to raid in DDO. Every Saturday throughout the winter and spring, we work through every raid in the game. This week we're doing a pair of raids in Thunderholm, so after this one we're doing Fire and Thunder Peak. And next week it'll be another raid or set of raids. I think I'm probably going to do Dryad and Hunter Be Hunted. But I always post details in the Sarlona forum on Monday nights, as usually when I post details. And so I post information like how to flag if there's flagging, and to sign up you just contact me and let me know you want to join. Okay, the portal, the next part is up, and we're just on the Shadowfell side of the previous zone. This one, actually, it's beneficial to move the starting laser. All the other lasers can just stay in their starting position, but this one, it's actually faster to do the puzzle if you rotate their first relay crystal, the starting laser, 90 degrees. So I went ahead and did that. Now whoever wants to work on the puzzle can go ahead and do that. Explore around, you know, look around, learn the zone. Kill trash. If you have any questions. Is there any gear from here that's still viable? Yes, there is a, I believe there's a necklace, Dark Diversion I believe it's called, that can be soul forged into an augment that gives the occultation ability, which I believe is a threat reduction augment. So at least that's still relevant from this raid. And so Erwin, the soul forge system is something that came out while you were gone. And that's a system where you can take certain raid loot from older raids and turn it into an augment. And the Soul Forge crafting station is located in the Hall of Heroes, and I do have a video that talks about that, and I'll give the link in Twitch chat right now. This is just it's a super easy system. This is just a 2-minute video that shows where the Soul Forge is and how that system works. It's super easy. But, you know, it's just one of those things that if you didn't know, how are you supposed to know? And there you go. How to make a Soul Forged augment. This is the 4th of 6 mirror puzzles. I actually really like this raid. I think the mirror puzzles are overdone. I wish they had maybe changed it up a little bit. Maybe had like mini boss fights or something instead of some of them. But so I'm not crazy about the abundance of mirror puzzles. I also don't like the mechanic in the end fight. I think that the kill window for finding the right phylactery is way too small. If it was like a 5, 6, or even 10-second kill window, that'd be cool. But the fact that it's like a 2-second kill window just makes it, you know, virtually impossible to try to coordinate simultaneous kills on higher difficulties. Okay, here we have the Bone Guardian fight. This is just a simple mini boss fight. Back in the day, it was a more significant beatdown. He would regenerate by sacrificing all the trash in the room, and so if you didn't beat him down fast enough, he would just keep regenerating. But by today's standards, we're gonna smoke him, and then he's gonna drop a chest. It's just a junk chest. But if you came in here like short-handed and you had low DPS, you might struggle beating him down, because like I said, he will sacrifice all the trash in the room and regenerate to full hit points. Help yourself to the junk loot and then step through the portal. Explore the space. Really? Explore the space. If you're new, please go to the outer edge, where I'm jumping up and down. And I just want to show you that we are now 2 stories above where we started. So you can jump down to, you know, if you go down 2 levels, that's the starting zone where we jumped down before. or if you jump down one level, you know, that's where we were, you know, a couple of zones ago. And you can go back through and help players who are lost or dead or whatever. Here there's a helmed whore in the northeast corner that has to be killed in order for the laser to... there might have been a beholder on the other side too. Anyways, you're going to want to kill them to get the laser started. If the colors of the live stream look a little bit off from what I normally do, it's because I was having all kinds of technical difficulties this morning. There was a Windows update last night, and I had to redo so much stuff in OBS. Freaking, I loaded up OBS. DDO wasn't even displaying. I had to destroy the window and recreate it. So all my like color corrections weren't there. So things look a little bit more like drab and like faded, I think, than they normally do on my stream. And there were other problems, like the resolution was off, my sound wasn't working. It was just like, you know, every time there's a freaking Windows update, this happens, you know. But it was like worse. It was like worse than I'd ever seen it for a Windows update. All right, the portal's up to the next zone because the laser puzzle was completed. So go ahead and click on the portal in the southeast. And that'll take us to the Shadowfell side. This is the 6th and final puzzle. There is a shadow beholder here that you have to kill. And there's a helmed whore as well. And then now the laser fires. This mirror puzzle sometimes throws people off because the mirrors are all at a 45-degree angle to what they were before. But you know, from a physics perspective, it functions exactly the same. So, you know, go ahead and experiment with the puzzle if you want to. You can't mess anything up. Yeah, Windows conveniently resets all my frickin' OBS settings every time. Oh my god, or some of my OBS settings. It's so frustrating. Sound settings, video settings. It's still better than being on a Mac. What, do you have Mac updates that mess everything up too? Yeah, I started the show 11 minutes late today because of it. I was actually here and early. I was here early and I would have been ready to go, you know, on time, which is rare for me. Fluter, you are a veteran of this raid. Why do you want to join us? that's Kaitosama, right? From Twitch chat. Why are you trying to get into our teaching raid, Kaitosama? And good morning and welcome, Kaitosama. This is supposed to be for people who are new to or still learning the raid. I don't think that's you, is it? And we're almost done, actually. Now, if you wanted to come just for S's and G's, I'm fine with that. As long as you don't, you know, go ahead of us, because I don't want people clearing stuff. I want the people who are here learning to see everything. Okay, as long as you're willing to stay with us, I'll bring you, but I don't want you working ahead. You got to stay with us. We're moving slowly. Okay. Okay, no problem. Yep. Okay, happy to have you. I just wanted to make sure. Welcome, Fluter. Okay, guys, this is the second of 3 puzzle selection chambers. And our preferred puzzle is the north one. Our preferred puzzle is always the north one in both puzzle selection chambers. The north one here is called combat training. We will not be able to demonstrate that to you, but I do have a video that shows that. The puzzle to the west is called the gravity puzzle. If you ever join a group and the leader insists upon doing the gravity puzzle, I'd recommend just never running raids with that person again, because they just want to punish you. Because the gravity puzzle sucks. In fact, it sucks so bad, we're not even going to show you how it works. We never do it. There is an extra chest in there, but it's just a garbage chest. The gravity puzzle requires a whole bunch of people being in very precise locations that be on these buttons, and then gravity gets reversed and it helps you traverse this maze, and it's a complete frickin' waste of time, and there is never a scenario in which you have to do it, because you're always going to have a choice of 2 tasks to do. So that means if the gravity puzzle is there, you're either going to also be able to do combat training or red light, green light. I guarantee you that both of those are desirable options over the frickin' gravity maze. The gravity maze sucks. So we're going to have to do red light, green light. A lot of people really hate this one. Go ahead and step through the south portal. Yeah.
Are you in red footer?
I think Sparrowhite's going back. Thank you, Sparrowhite.
Right,
so don't move. Step through and do not move. Step through the south portal and do not move. Notice that there's an orb hovering above us, or in front of us. The orb is like a stoplight. Red, yellow, green. Guess what they mean? Yes, green means go. Yellow means, slow down and prepare to stop. And red means stop. If you move when it's red, you're going to take a lot of damage. Spell absorption can mitigate that damage. There is a bug that sometimes people take damage even when they're not moving. But the point is, like when it's red, you need to stop. When it's green, you can move. So let's go ahead and wait for it to cycle. Okay, go ahead and step forward. We're going to be traversing a simple maze. Make sure you can see it's about to turn red, so stop. Here, there's 3 buttons that need to be pressed at the same time in order for the barrier to come down. So we're going to have to kill some little bit of trash here, and somebody's going to have to step on the 3 buttons. So just work your way to the end of one of the halls and step on the button. Is it open? Okay, we're good to go. It's open. There are Kuljarg Battle Ragers here. They're like little skeletal dwarf football players. They're gonna like run at you and knock you down. They're kind of annoying. Back in the day, they were a lot more significant beatdown, but by today's standards, not really a big deal. Notice that in this part, there's no keeper, so you don't need to run away from your soul stone twice. That's just actually in the mirror puzzles that mechanic is in effect. Okay, green means go. Red means stop. Spell absorption will absorb that damage, but I encourage you, if you're new to this raid, move when it's red. We want you to feel that damage. It's not an insta-kill effect, but it's a lot of damage. So, you know, again, I'm not trying to troll you guys. I just want you to experience this stuff now in our teaching raids so that you don't have to, you know, find out the hard way in a pug. Okay, up here, there's another little button that needs to be pressed at the top of the ladder, just in order to open up this barrier. No big deal. The barrier is now open, so we can proceed. As you can probably see now why some people get really frustrated with this task, especially people who experience the bug where you take damage even though you weren't moving. And, you know, 11 years later, I still don't know exactly why some people are affected by that and some people aren't. At one time, we had a theory that it was larger framed characters like Warforged and stuff, but honestly, I don't know. Does shielding count as moving? No. You can shield block. But falling counts as moving. So like when we first got in here, you fall down a shaft, and if you have feather fall on, then you know, you can get hit while falling. Stay right here where I am. Don't go down that ladder. I want to show you a little shortcut. Everybody come back. If you went down, come back up the top of the ladder. I'm going to show you a little shortcut. Watch very carefully the way that I jump, okay? Jumping out and around. See that? That's a little shortcut so you can bypass that area down there. Get on top of the steps and just jump out and around. Or alternatively, you can just go through the maze. You're just cutting out, you know, less than a minute of the maze. It's not really a big deal. Some people really struggle with that jump. And that's okay if you do. Just keep moving forward. Oops, I guess it was red. I'm ready for raise, thank you. Go ahead and go up the ladders. There's a bunch of buttons that need to be pressed up top here in order to open the, in order to bring down the barrier. There's a force field around the phylactery. All these buttons need to be pressed to bring down that force field. So just keep going up. If you're not sure where to go right now, just keep going up. Okay, it looks like we're all together. Notice there's a button there at the top of those ladders. And then there's buttons to the side. Buttons here, buttons there, buttons everywhere. There's nobody on the first button at the top of the steps. Or top of the ladder. We need somebody to go back to the top of the ladder and get on that button. Thank you, Anna dear. Okay, we got helmed horrors that need to be killed. Okay, phylactery, force field's down. Go ahead and destroy the phylactery. This is the lockout point. Once we get past this, once we get through this this portal, once you move, you'll see a DM message that says now the raid's locked or something like that. So technically speaking, you can go through the portal as long as you don't move. It won't be locked. Ravon, where are you?
I got him, Ginger.
Okay. Go ahead and go through the portal, guys.
Or he's got himself this time.
Go ahead and go through that portal, Fluter. I got your stone. Alright, here is the shrine room. It's just the end fight now. So any questions about any parts of this raid before I start explaining how the end fight works? So what I'm taking away from this is Voodoo likes the gravity puzzle. No, no, no. Voodoo hates the gravity puzzle and thinks that anybody who likes doing it just enjoys torturing other people. I remember there were some raid leaders back in the day that just insisted on doing that one. Oh, there's an extra chest. Oh man, it is just not worth the hassle. All right, so we're going to explain how the end fight works. Actually, you know what? Since it's not, Gijo, if you could just go in and grab the dragon. Everybody go ahead and go in. Gijo, grab the dragon, take it to the corner. Everybody else just chill while I explain stuff. Don't DPS the dragon or anything, just chill. Bolo Grub will hold it. And do we have someone that can hold the Kuljargs? If not, we'll just make Gijo do everything. I think Bolo Grub is gonna end up doing the Kuljargs as well, which is fine. Okay, so he's gonna grab Aglarasa and take her to the corner, just so that she's, it's a good place to make it so that her, her breath weapon doesn't hit anybody else and stuff. I want all the new players to come out to the far edge, where I'm jumping up and down. All the new players come to the far edge. If you get a Kuljarg Battle Rager on you, take it over to Bolo Grub in the corner and he'll take it off of you. Let him know that you're coming in, because otherwise it's really hard to see when the dragon's in your face. And Fluter, you're experiencing how frustrating the Kuljargs are. Okay, so I just wanted to show you here that we are now above the zones that we saw before. Again, the raid is now locked. That starting portal is not there. So you could D-door, but then you wouldn't be able to get back because that portal to get to the rest of the raid isn't there. So never ever D-door from the end fight, but you could jump down. If this end fight started to go sideways and everybody's dying, you could grab soul stones and jump down and go right back through to the shrine room. And you have all the time in the world. Aglarasa will regenerate, but it's not timed or anything like that. Okay, we're going to have infinite respawns of trash. There's going to be a total of 5 Kuljarg Battle Ragers. There's going to be Cult of the Dragon Deathlord casters, Red Name casters. There's going to be Skeletal Archers and stuff like that. Okay, the Kuljargs, everything just respawns. So there's not a lot of value in killing the Kuljargs. But maybe they can beat down quickly by today's standards. I don't know. Yeah, man, they can be beat down so fast. So you can either take it to Gijo, you can take it to Bolo Grub, or you can just kill it. If you take it to Bolo Grub, well, then he'll just hold their aggro, and they won't respawn because they're still there. But if we kill them, they're going to respawn. So honestly, whether your group is going to kill them or going to have somebody hold their aggro, there's different ways to do it. You can have a separate off-tank hold them off to the side. There's a thing called the hanging method. Some people might kite them. The point is, it's typically a good idea to have a way to deal with the Kuljargs and not just having them run around all willy-nelson. In this case, you can either kill them or take them to Bolo Grub. If you take them to Bolo Grub, tell them that you're coming in, and I'm coming in right now, Gijo, with one. So you're going to want to have 1 or 2 people designated to trash duty. So Soulmind, if you could focus on trash, and maybe Ravan as well. Soulmind and Ravan on trash. I got a Kuljarg here for you. Yeah, they go down so fast now. So everybody else is going to be on Dragon DPS and Portal duty. When the Dragon gets beat down to half, and then like every 20% or so after that, she's going to spawn Shadows. When the Shadows die, there's like a 50% chance that it will spawn a portal to the Shadowfell side, and the portals look like a small black globe of invulnerability. You see this globe of invulnerability that I just put down? The portals look like that, but it's about half the size and it's black. So I just wanted you guys to know what to look for. Bring the Shadows to the center. Kill the Shadows in the center, because the portals are only up for a short time, and we want to make sure that everybody knows where the portals are. So this is a big zone. If you're killing Shadows all over the place, then it could be hard to get to the portals in time. Go ahead and kill the Shadows in the center. And I want everybody but the tank and our trash killers to go through the portal. Just click on the portal, the shadowy remains. Click on those hemispheres, those little black hemispheres, to go to the Shadowfell side. If you didn't make it through, that's okay. If you made it through, then just help me kill there's a beholder and a helmed whore on each side, as well as some shadows. The shadows will continuously respawn, but the beholders and the helmed whores will not. Nostalgia Steve. Oh, it's been a minute. Welcome back to the show. Good to see you. Good morning and welcome to you. Why did we just get pulled back? Oh, because the dragon got beat down all the way. Or wait a minute.
He's at half.
That's weird. Anyways, drag the shadows to the center. And there's portals. Portals up. Click on the portals. Point redemption for gravity puzzle? No way. I'm not even good at it. I've never been good at it. I didn't want to learn it because it's not a puzzle you ever have to do. There's no scenario in which you're forced to do it, so why bother? Okay, if you're on the shadow side, if you're with the dragon, please don't beat down the dragon. If you're on the shadow side, I need to explain how this side works. So there's 6 different portals here, and you can see there's a portal up. There's 2 portals up right now, like one in the northeast and one in the southeast corner. You can move the relay crystal to change the portal. Notice that the portal here where I am, just moved to a different location. And you can move this relay crystal around. And there's 3 different crystals that you can hit with it that are 3 different portals on this side. And it's the same thing on the other side. So there's a total of 6 portals. In those 6 portals is a little room, a shadowy room with a phylactery. So there's 6 of these. There's 6 little shadowy rooms with shadow monsters in there and a phylactery, a big green gem that you have to destroy. One of those phylacteries is the dragon's true phylactery, and you have to destroy it in order to destroy the dragon. The dragon is invincible, will just keep regenerating until the true phylactery is destroyed. Uli Kumis, good morning and welcome. Who's forcing us to do the gravity puzzle? No, I'm advising you not to. Okay, so hypothetically, what you could do is send a person into each of the 6 portals and then all kill the phylactery at the same time, and then you would get it guaranteed. But here's the thing. Once one phylactery goes down, everybody gets called, like 2 seconds later, everybody gets called out into the main zone. And it's way too hard to coordinate all these different people to kill a crystal, in a 2-second window. So what most pugs do is just keep sending one person in, one at a time, in order to kill the phylactery. So I want all the new people to go ahead and follow me in so you can see. And High Lords, stay out here. Everybody just go on into this portal. We're going to do it one at a time after this, but I wanted to make sure you saw it. So just kill the phylactery as fast as possible, and then once you're out, you're going to tell people that you're out so that the next person can go in. And we are out, so the next person can go in. We're back to the dragon side, and we're just going to try to go back through to the shadow side by killing the shadows and clicking on the portals. Remember to kill shadows in the center. The significance of that is so everybody knows where the portals are going to be. The portals are only up for seconds, so if you're killing the shadows all over the place, it could be hard for people to get to the portals in time. That's why we kill the shadows in the center, so everybody knows where to go. Go ahead and DPS the dragon down. Like I said, every 20% damage or so, she will summon more shadows, and that's how we're gonna get to. There she goes. Drag the shadows to the center and kill them in the center. Portal up in the center. Portal up in the center. Click on it if you're not the tank or the trash crew. Now we're going to see if you can solo it. So, H-Vector, go ahead and go through that portal.
Or you need to run away from your stone a couple of times.
H-Vector, go ahead and go in. Go ahead and go into this portal, H-Vector. and beat the phylactery down as fast as possible. If you're struggling, we can send somebody in there to help you. Run away from your soul stone twice, and that will make it so that you can be raised. You gotta run away so far that you bounce back to it. Okay, shadows are up. When we be here down all the way, we all get called back to the light side. Kill the shadows in the center. Portal up. Click on it. So basically, by doing these one at a time, it's a 1 in 6 chance. Every time a phylactery is destroyed, the location of the real phylactery is randomized. So people just keep going into the same portal over and over and over. Hand-like feet, go ahead and go through this portal. I don't want anybody going through the other portal. Because if you go through the other portal and you kill a phylactery, it brings, it takes the person in the other portal out too. Just let us know when you're out, hand-like feet. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this other portal.
He's out.
Okay, Anadir, go ahead and go into the portal. And let us know when you're out. If you're on the light side, just kill shadows and wait for portals. Or wait for shadows and, kill them in the center and go through the portal.
Shadows up.
Okay, H-Vector, go ahead and go in. So every time we kill a phylactery, it's like rolling a 1d6, and we're hoping to roll a 6.
Portal up in the middle.
H-Vector, let us know when you're out. Okay. Arrowin, go ahead and go in. And let us know when you're out. This part, if you get bad luck, can go on for a long time.
I'm going to jump in with Arrowin because I have no DPS.
Okay. If you're on the shadow side, you should be over where the portal is, where I am.
More shadows are up.
Once we destroy the correct phylactery, the barrier in the center of the shadow zone will disappear, and there's going to be a bunch of fragments on the ground that we're going to want to grab. Anadir, go ahead and go in, and let us know when you're out. Alright, Fluter, go in next. And let us know when you're out. We're doing this on Elite. Normally I don't do, teaching raids on high difficulty.
More shadows are up.
This is a really old raid, so doing it on Elite's not a big deal. It just did when this raid came out, level cap was 28. It was a very, very different time. Portal up. Portal up, a little off center. On a deer, go ahead and go in. Don't even worry about the shadows, just go into the portal. Belina, why don't you go ahead and with them? Thank you. Any questions for people watching on Twitch about how this raid works? We are almost at the end. We're just waiting to get the right phylactery. Once we do, we gotta grab some crystals, light some braziers. Hand like feet go next. Let us know when you're out. All right, H Vector, go ahead and go in. Okay, I'm going in. There's nobody else over here. And I'm out. Shadows up.
Portal's up.
Portal up. Click on the portal to the shadow side. On a deer, go ahead and go in first. Belina, you can go in with them. Let us know when you're out. This part's tedious. And like I said, is we're rolling a d6, trying to score a 6. And sometimes that can take a while, and it's taken a little while this time. Sometimes you get lucky, you get it the first try.
We're out.
Alright, hand like feet go in next. Also, with a laser, you can run through the laser quickly and it won't hurt you. It's just if you stand in it, that's when it's going to hurt you. So go ahead and experiment with that if you want. You can run through the laser. That's all the lasers. I don't recommend trying that on hardcore, but I'm just letting you know, like, if death isn't a problem, then it's okay to just run through them. I'm just demonstrating it on the live stream, that you can sit here and run through the laser and it doesn't hurt you. It's when you stand in the laser and you're standing still, that's when it hurts you. Shadows up. Damn, we just... Oh, portal's up on the side. Portal's up, off center. On a deer, go ahead and go in.
We're out.
Arrow in, go ahead. Hand like feet. H vector. Go ahead and go in.
Portal center.
Portal up. I hate this mechanic about this raid. I do like this raid, but this mechanic is just dumb. And it's easily fixable. They just needed to make the kill window just a little bit bigger. A 6-second kill window instead of a frickin' 2-second kill window. Then it would have been more reasonable for us to do all of these at the same time. Back in the day when we used to do just on normal, back in 2013 when this came out, you know, we were just doing this raid on normal. And we actually got good enough in the guild. You know, we're a guild that's pretty disciplined and communicates in raids. When we were doing on normal, we could prep the phylacteries and then simultaneously kill all 6 at the same time. Hand like feet go in. But on higher difficulties, it was just too difficult to try to coordinate multiple people. By today's standards, people have so much DPS that we probably could do it. Let's go, since we have bad luck, let's go ahead and try some simultaneous kills. So Erwin and Fluter, it seems like you guys are killing them pretty fast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna send you in, but don't kill the phylactery. We're gonna send 3 of us in at the same time and do a simultaneous kill, okay? So don't kill it until the order is given. So don't go in yet. Wait till they're out. Is there still somebody in there? Okay, Erwin, go in that.
I think they said out. So
Okay,
I'm not sure.
Erwin, go in that one, but don't kill. Fluter, go in that next one, but don't kill. Okay, and I'm going to go into a third one. Don't kill it yet. If you feel like you can prep it, that's okay, but don't kill it. I'm going into the third one now. Get ready. Okay, kill it. Kill it. Kill, kill, kill. See, I only got mine halfway down and we got recalled out. So it was like, that was a wasted attempt. And that's why we don't do multiples, because it's just, the kill window is just stupid small. And you're just wasting attempts, really. It's such a bad mechanic. If they had made it a 6-second kill window, that would have made all the difference in the world. But this 2-second kill window is redonkulous. Portal's up. So, you know, like I said, I do enjoy the raid, but this particular mechanic is so aggravating. A 6-second kill window would have been reasonable. It's not. You know, I mean, you got a 10-second kill window to simultaneously kill, like, you know, the Storm Reaver and the Truthful One in Fall of Truth, right? You know, or any of the Giant Dragon pairs, or, you know, simultaneous kill windows in other raids too. This one, it's just the simultaneous kill window is so tiny that it just makes it practically impossible to do simultaneous kills. Or at least all 6 of them anyway. Hand like feet, go ahead.
Portal.
Portal up, northwest side.
This one is running really long. Fluter, go ahead and go in. So we'll go ahead and take a 5-minute break after this raid before we do the next one. The next one is way easier, way more straightforward, and way shorter. And this is a good example of why this mechanic is so frustrating. Like, how much longer are we going to be here? We've been doing this for 20 minutes or whatever. You know, Sparrowway, go ahead. You know, we're rolling a d6, and it's just rolling every number but 6 right now is what's happening. There's a 1 every time there's a fresh phylactery, there's a 1 in 6 chance that it's the correct one. Fluter, go in. It's maybe about the longest it's ever taken us to do this in one of our teaching raids, but I've certainly, this has happened to me before. I've certainly, you know, been in these raids, and you know, this is an example. You know, I usually say, like, you know, half the raids in this game can be done 15 minutes or less, with most of them being able to be done in a half hour or less. This is an example of a raid that can go over half an hour if you get bad luck like this. Yeah, I'm gonna die of old age in here. Hand like feet going. Oh, we got it. Nice. Go ahead and, if you're on the shadow side, grab one. I didn't see the message. Grab a shard of the phylactery, and then go through the portal in the west. That'll take you back to the light side. You can only hold one of those shards at a time. So we need to, and then we stick the shards in the braziers. They're called ward flames. So just you grab a shard and then bring them out to the light side, the dragon side, and stick them in the ward flames. We have to light all, you know, 8 or whatever there are. Okay, there's one more. So just go ahead and click through portals and go get, there's portals up. Alright, once all the ward flames are lit, the shadow side doesn't matter anymore. There's nothing to do over there. All the ward flames are now lit. Now what we need to do is bring the dragon to the center. The dragon must die on the center mound. And, so stop DPS, stop DPS. She's almost dead. Don't kill her yet, not even when she's in the center. Because once she goes down, we need these levers to get pulled. So I want 2 people on each lever. 2 people, because if one person gets interrupted, then it won't get pulled. So 2 people on each lever. Okay, go ahead and kill the dragon. Get ready to pull when the dragon goes down. Pull, pull, pull.
Pull, pull, pull.
Great. Good job. If we didn't pull the levers at the right time, the dragon would regenerate to, like, I don't know, 25% or something, and we just would have to beat her down again and pull the levers again. Congratulations on your first Temple of Deathwyrm. If you have any questions, let me know. And go ahead and loot all 5 chests because we're on Elite, getting us full favor. We will take a short break after this one, like a 5-minute break, before we do Fire and Thunder Peak. This one went really long. We just had bad luck getting the right phylactery. It happens sometimes. The center chest is the named loot chest. The Phlogistons, I don't know, they really have any value by today's standards, to be honest with you. As for the Thunderforge crafting system, I don't think anybody cares about that system really anymore. And the Phlogistons were for crafting the tier 3. Congrats on the +6 tome. Oh, Battle Rager's Harness, nice. The stats on these aren't bad for like level 26 gear. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the Dark Diversion is the one that can be soul forged into the augment, the occultation augment.